What's up, everybody? John Chesbro here, and we are going to talk about crack cocaine. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about music. I have an instrumental track here. It's called Wildfire, and yeah, let's get into it. I will play the first minute of it as I do, and then we'll just go through it and talk about it. Here we go. So that's a little over a minute, actually, but you know, a lot going on. Some guitars, some synth, some swellies, some orchestral instruments happening. So yeah, we are just gonna dive right into it, and I'm gonna start with the acoustic guitar. So the acoustic guitar, anytime you do acoustic, I would recommend just straight up always double track acoustic. It's gonna sound fuller, it's gonna sound better, it's just gonna sound more professional in my opinion. So this is what the acoustic track sounds like. It's arpeggiated, it's kind of lo-fi-ish. Goes into some strumming patterns here. You know, and double tracking's good because you're gonna get nuances on each one. You're gonna pan an acoustic hard left, hard right, and when you do that, there's gonna be nuances you don't do every single time. You know, it's gonna be different every time, so that's why double tracking is gonna sound fuller. It's gonna sound a little bit more real, like it's actually, you know, people are playing and not just, you know, a sample. So anytime you can double track, do that. Next, I worked on this synth. It's the same synth. It's the same plugin. It is the, if I can bring it up here, the Polytone, this new plugin of Reason 13. If you want me to do a deep dive into that, comment down below and I'll do that. But each time I copied and pasted it, I changed it a little bit, but then I added some plugins, Synchronous here, and then the you know, Pro Q3 from FabFilter, great plugin. And this is what all of the synth sounds like together. What is happening there? So the main synth is kind of like holding the low end and like acting as the bass. It's just warm and pretty. It's got a little bite to it, but nothing crazy. And then the second one with the synchronous on it, it's that distorted, like that, you know, it's fidgety. And I love that. And then the third one is just kind of get more of that high end, because even that second one, the fidgetiness still has some low end to it. It's got some boom. But this last one, it's warbly, and it just has like this, like, it almost like, it's like, if I were to compare it to a texture, it's like plastic wrap in your mouth. You know what I mean? And I think if you can put a texture, like a food or a weird texture to audio, then I think you're doing something right. Because I think texture in music kind of brings it to life, let alone like stereo image and automation and all that. And then obviously double tracking is going to bring it to life as well. So next I will go into the electric guitar. Let's see, what do we even have here? Yeah. So I literally just would go, like, I would strum the neck with like no notes and just hold and mute all the strings and go whack, 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 and then give it that like bubbly beep, 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 you know what I mean? It's like a bubbly soda. And then into the solo. And this is a cool trick that I found. If you don't have a wah pedal, ready? I'm about to put some of you guitar players without a wah pedal on some game right now. Get this filter, okay? And just automate the frequency. You know, leave the resonance and the velocity and everything, like leave that the same, and then just automate the frequency of it. And you can hear it, you can see it here. Wow, wow, wow. I'm automating that knob. That's all I'm doing. I mean, obviously I have a Ripley's space delay. I got the guitar amp. You know, I got a lot going on here with effects. I got this psychic. It's like this chorus kind of effect. And then using that. And, you know, it creates like a wah effect, and I think that's really cool. You can see the automation line here, where it says filter 1. I'm kind of going all over the place, and then I even out at the end. But, and then also, another thing to bring your track alive is to add effects. You know, it's called Wildfire, and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be so cool if, like, there was, like, a fire sound, or, like, a start of a fire, and it literally starts the track, as you heard in the beginning, but this is what it sounds like by itself. Just a fire start and some fire roaring in the background. And then I'm doing just a long fade out. It does a lot just to, you know, and it introduces the whole song. It's like, whoa, ready? A little campfire stuff going on. A little kumbaya, if you will. And then I'm always using Spitfire Audio, dude. I love their plugins. This sounds so good. I got some swells, some ensemble, the strings here. You know, I like to keep it simple. I'm not doing a whole orchestral thing. I got the same thing, Spitfire Audio with cello moods. So I got some cellos in here in the beginning. Let's play that. The push and pull of the strings are really adding an emotionality to the track. And I think that's, you know, it brings it alive because it creates emotion. And another thing is gonna have these swells coming up in a second here. With the bubble, that's adding texture. It's gonna be a swell with a big drop right here. And now the track is changing a little bit right here. The high strings. And to me, the solo in this track specifically is not the main element. It's everything together. It feels like it's like I am around a campfire late at night. It's cold. There's a roaring hot fire in front of me, and I'm just feeling all type of way. You know what I mean? And like these textures, the swells, the push and pull of the strings you're creating, that's how you're going to create emotionality in your track. You know, and having those textures too are really important because I feel like it's going to bring you there. You know, and like I said, if you can put a texture in your song and you can,
ew, gross.
Like, I hate that sound too, but if you can do that and be like, whoa, what is that? That's good. And you can hear that from, you know, the double tracked acoustic where it's like, it sounds very live and animated, to the push and pull of the strings, and then just like the background of like that like spacey lead guitar, you know what I mean? There's a lot in this track that can bring you there. And then even just the swells, you know, or I'll call them cues to go into the next point, like this. Now we're strumming. It's picking up. Got that warm synth, deep low synth. And that texture, that fire. It's almost like that third synth with the high-end cracklies is almost like it's taking the place over the actual fire effect. And it's becoming the fire, this like digital fire, which is really, really interesting. And the swells are the wind coming and pushing, and then once that distorted, fragmented synth comes in, it's just like the fire going crazy. Bring it back home, bring it back home. Now the fire's going out. So that's just like the life cycle of a roaring fire coming in and out. Really emotional, really pretty. I'm really proud of this one. It's called Wildfire. It's gonna be out soon. But it's simple. You know what I mean? Like, the same synth duplicated 3 times with different effects each one. And then I pull them out in and out throughout the track to, you know, let it breathe. You know, because if it was doing that distorted, fragmented one the entire time, I don't think it would have been good. I think it would have been overused. And the same thing with the bubbly guitar. You know, how we start it and we finish it the same way. So yeah, this is Wildfire. This is how to make your song more interesting. If you want me to go into detail about anything else, comment, let me know. This is going to make your song more emotional, have more depth. You know, even it's an instrumental, like I feel like I can still feel it, and that it becomes relatable. So like and subscribe, comment what you want me to do next, and I will keep doing these. Thank you all for watching and being a part of it. These are really fun to make. Yeah, if you want me to break down and do it live and just like actually record, like do a song how I do this, I can do that. Let me know. So yeah, thank you all very much. I'm John Chesbro. Peace and love. Thank you.